Abduction, Chapter 27, Part 1. The black vehicle with Ivanovna inside did not speed down the road like a car with someone held against their will. It was an odd situation. If Ivanovna was in danger, the dark sedan would have sped off down the street. I looked back to the entry into Maxim's shipping business, and I contemplated confronting him. However, Valeri's warning weighed on my mind. "Let's go," muttered Echo. "Tatiana's parked up ahead. If we hurry, we won't lose them, and we might be able to find out where they're going." Echo broke for the car, and I followed. I would question Maxim later. I was sure at this point he could be easily found either here at his warehouse or the sporting club. Right now, it was essential to find out where Ivanovna was going. The way Ivanovna moved offices the other day was suspicious. She was there one day and hurriedly moved the next. She was a mystery ever since she moved offices without warning. Echo was already opening the passenger door by the time I reached the car. Swiftly, I went for the door handle and then got into the back seat. Echo's exuberance for action carried me forward to find answers. "Tatiana, do you see where the black car is up ahead? Follow it," said Echo. "Ivanovna is inside it, and we need to know where she's going." "What happened?" asked Tatiana as she pulled the car out into the street. Echo looked back at me over her shoulder. "Richard knows the details." "I wish I knew exactly what went on, but there was an argument between Maxim and Ivanovna," I said. "If we catch Ivanovna, we can ask her what they were arguing about." "What about Maxim?" asked Tatiana. "There's no asking him right now. Valeri made it clear that it would cost me my life," I replied. "I'm not even sure we should be following Ivanovna." Echo looked shocked. "Are you serious?" I rested my arms upon the front bucket seats. Ivanovna rushed past me so quickly that getting a proper perspective on the participants' emotions was impossible. I had to reflect and relive the moment two men whisked the reporter past me. The look on Ivanovna's face was not one of fear or anger, but one of triumph. As the reporter walked by me, she did not even acknowledge me. It was like I did not exist. Ivanovna's mind was entirely on victory she had won inside the shipping warehouse. I could only guess who the men were beside her. I gathered a mental image of them as I stared at the road Tatiana was driving down. There was only a moment to get a glimpse of the men that were by Ivanovna's side. My instinct said they were there to protect her from Maxim Volkov. The men were not under orders from the businessman. In every meeting I had with the man, there was never anyone dressed in dark suits. Even at his dinner party, no one dressed formally. The only exception was the men that were guarding the entrance to the elevator. There were no other hired henchmen in the room where the party took place. "Something's not right," I said. "The whole situation is not right. We need to stop following Ivanovna's car." "What?" asked Echo. "It will do us no good," I replied. "This is exactly what Ivanovna wants." "What do you mean?" "Ivanovna knew I was outside Maxim's business and didn't even acknowledge me," I said. "She wanted us to follow her and lead us away from Maxim." "What are you talking about, Richard?" exclaimed Echo. "Why would she do that?" "I have a hunch that Ivanovna has something to do with Maxim's daughter going missing," I replied. "I'm not saying she's responsible for all the people going missing in the city, but my gut feeling is she knows something about Maxim's daughter." Echo turned in her seat to look at me. "Then why don't we find out where she is going and ask her? Follow that car, Tatiana." Tatiana said nothing and drove. She cast her glance at Echo but said nothing. I looked through the windshield to get a visual of the sedan that had driven away with Ivanovna. It was too easy. If the person driving Ivanovna wanted to lose us, it would be easy. Traffic is starting to pick up, and it would only take a streetlight to turn red, and we would not be able to see where they went, I said. "I'm thinking Ivanovna may be trying to extort money from Maxim for information on his daughter. We could be in some real danger." Echo's brows creased as she thought about the logic I presented her. Her instinct was always geared toward helping people and animals, no matter the circumstances. Recently, my trip to Belarus, spurred on by Echo's concern for animals of the exclusion zone. I can go back further. When we were in college together, Echo had always had cat food in her car to feed us stray and feral cats around the university. I could sound bitter, but I enjoyed those excursions to provide the homeless felines of the city with food and fresh water. Maybe Echo needed to provide help to anyone with something I suppressed about her personality. I wouldn't be doing it on purpose, because obviously I am missing something if I'm looking retrospectively. And that something is what is needed in Echo's life to feel fulfilled in life. Having a life back home where everything is mundane isn't life for Echo. She thrives in a world full of surprises that open her eyes to the wonders of the world. "No, you're wrong, Richard," said Echo. "I don't think Ivanov is that kind of person. We should follow her and see where she goes. I would concede that perhaps we shouldn't talk with her, and we should proceed with caution in case I'm wrong." "You're right, Echo," I said. "We need to know where she was going, but I suggest we don't follow so closely. Tatiana, can you follow and let them get further ahead of us?" Tatiana glanced back at me. I will try. I like Tatiana's willingness to help. I may regret getting her involved, but she did want to know more and not be left out of anything concerning our investigation, whether it be regarding UFOs or the missing people of Lutsk. What made you change your mind? Asked Echo as she turned her head to look at me. My love for you, I replied. And I'm not always right. Echo laughed and beamed from ear to ear. Your flattery from you is rare, but I'll take it. This still doesn't answer my question. I know Max will be back at the sporting club sooner or later. I can question him there, but Ivanovna knows more about the abductions than she has ever told us. Ivanovna puts every abduction that has taken place in Lutsk on the aliens. We know that's not the case, I replied. So what are you suggesting? Echo seemed to be back to her usual self after being taken aback by my earlier suggestion. The tension in the air I had been feeling was no longer there. Let's hang back and hope her driver makes a mistake. Lutsk isn't that big a city, so there aren't many places they can go unless they keep driving in circles, I said. Sooner or later, they'll have to stop someplace. And if they think we have lost interest, they'll stop, and we can have a look around later. Echo turned to look at the road up ahead and settle into the passenger seat. As for Tatiana, she let the distance between us and Ivanovna's car get larger. The plan seemed to be working. Either I was wrong about Ivanovna wanting us to follow her, or her driver could no longer see us behind their car. Ivanovna's car, without notice, turned right and stopped.